Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Imagine a world on our own planet that's more alien than the surface of Mars, a realm of perpetual, absolute darkness, where the pressure is so immense it would crush a military submarine like a soda can. This isn't science fiction. This is the Hadal Zone, the deepest, most mysterious part of our oceans. Named after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, it was once thought to be a lifeless void. But as we're about to discover, this underworld is teeming with some of the most bizarre and resilient life forms on Earth. So, how deep are we talking? The Hadal Zone begins at a depth of 6,000 meters, or about 20,000 feet, and plunges down to the bottom of the deepest ocean trenches, nearly 11,000 meters deep. It's not one big abyss, but a series of at least 47 separate, V-shaped trenches scattered mostly around the Pacific Rim. These are scars on the ocean floor, formed where one massive tectonic plate grinds its way underneath another. The conditions are almost unimaginable. The pressure can be over 1,000 times what we experience at the surface. Picture the weight of a heavy truck balanced on the tip of your finger. The water is just a few degrees above freezing, and of course there is no sunlight. None. At all. So how does anything survive down there? Well, life, as they say, finds a way. The creatures of the Hadal Zone are masters of adaptation. To deal with that crushing pressure, many organisms produce a special chemical called trimethylamine N-oxide, or TMAO. It acts like a molecular scaffold, holding their proteins together and stopping them from being squished. In fact, scientists believe this chemical is what sets the depth limit for fish. At some point, around 8,500 meters, it becomes physically impossible to produce enough TMAO. Fish down here also ditch the gas-filled swim bladders you see in shallower species. Those would just collapse instantly. Instead, they have gelatinous bodies and soft, cartilaginous skeletons. The Hadal snailfish, one of the deepest living fish ever found, looks almost like a ghost, translucent and fragile, yet it thrives in conditions that would obliterate us. And in a world without light, eyes are useless. Many Hadal creatures are completely blind. They navigate and hunt using super-sensitive chemical detectors to smell food from afar, or long feelers to physically touch their way through the darkness. Without sunlight, there's no photosynthesis, so the entire food web is turned on its head. Most life in the Hadal Zone depends on what's called marine snow, a gentle, continuous rain of organic dust, dead plankton, and waste, drifting down from the sunlit waters thousands of meters above. It's a meager diet, but it's consistent. Every now and then, a massive jackpot arrives. The carcass of a whale or a giant squid sinks to the bottom, creating a food bonanza that can last for years. Gigantic crustaceans called amphipods, which can grow to surprisingly large sizes, are the master scavengers, swarming these food falls. But there's another, even stranger way to make a living. In some trenches, at hydrothermal vents, life is powered not by the sun, but by the earth itself. Bacteria harness chemical energy from compounds like methane, gushing from the planet's crust. This process, called chemosynthesis, forms the base of a completely unique ecosystem, supporting giant tube worms and strange clams, all in total darkness. For a long time, the Hadal Zone was beyond our reach. The extreme conditions made exploration nearly impossible. But today, thanks to incredible technology like remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, we're finally pulling back the curtain. These submersible robots can withstand the pressure, send back high-definition video, and collect samples, and what they've shown us is astonishing. Far from a dead zone, these trenches are hotspots of biological activity. They act like natural funnels, concentrating the falling marine snow and creating surprisingly rich habitats. We're finding new species on almost every dive, from sea cucumbers and bristle worms to bizarre fish and sea anemones. But this story isn't just about weird deep-sea creatures. The Hadal Zone plays a vital role for all of us. These trenches are significant carbon sinks, trapping carbon from the atmosphere and helping to regulate our planet's climate. Yet, even here in the most remote place on Earth, we are finding our footprint. Scientists have discovered plastics and other pollutants inside the bodies of Hadal animals, a chilling reminder that our actions have consequences everywhere. The Hadal Zone is our planet's final frontier. It holds secrets about the origins of life, the limits of biology, and the health of our global ocean. As we continue to explore this incredible underworld, we have a responsibility to protect it. It's a powerful symbol of life's incredible resilience, and a reminder that there is still so much left to discover and so much worth saving. Thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Online.